circus. I'm done. I don't want to have anything to do with it.
We're not
I'm
gonna
done.
back off.
So
No,
I can't
we're not
like.
gonna back off. Hey, come here, Kalani.
No, Johnny, please.
Kalani, come here.
Please, wait till I see you. I'm gonna beat you up.
Whoa. This argument is just off the charts awkward and confusing from the start. Tiffany grills her partner, asking why he kept his dating app after telling her to delete hers. He stumbles, says he forgot the password, which honestly sounds like the oldest excuse in the book. Tiffany isn't buying it, and it's clear that trust has hit a major roadblock here. If you thought this was rough, just wait, because the next moment only cranks it up even more.
Met on a dating site, but why were you still on the app after you were adamant about him not being on the app?
She's asking you a question. Why are you looking at me? She wants to hear from you.
Why did you not delete the app?
You told me to delete the app. Why were you still on the app?
This family drama is seriously wild, like a soap opera that you can't stop watching. Tiffany's sister joins in, and her partner is already over it, totally annoyed that he has to explain himself to her family. Tiffany points out that she's always answered his family's questions, so he should deal with hers too. Fair game, right? Their argument over family meddling shows just how different they see the whole family thing. Trust me, you'll want to grab popcorn because it only gets spicier from here.
You killed my feeling tonight.
So you're mad because my family, someone I consider my family, I consider my sister, is asking you questions, and you're mad because you have to answer them. But when your family asks me hard questions
Because
and I
you
answer
come
them,
here.
I don't care. This
If
is
you
a
don't-
two-way
okay.
street.
Okay,
It's a
if you
two-way
don't care,
street.
we talk.
This is one of those moments where you're like, is this it? Is this the end? Tiffany's frustration is through the roof, and she straight up says her partner's behavior has crossed all the lines. She's tried her best, but she's had it with all the back and forth hurt and disrespect. With breakup vibes in the air, the tension is through the roof. If you think this was the end, hold up. There's still more fire in this dumpster.
Because she just showed her ass.
This is insane.
Yeah, this right here was too much. It was over. It was the last straw for me. I'm done. I really came here with the best intentions in my heart and in my mind, and I got my ass handed to me. It's her way or the highway. And you know what? I'm not putting up with it.
When it comes to showing feelings, these two could not be more out of sync, and it's so painful, but kind of funny to watch. Misha tries to open up, hoping for a little love, but Nicola is just awkwardly stiff, like he's talking to a wall. Misha's just trying to get a hug, while Nicola looks like he'd rather be anywhere else, and it's clear they're both feeling pretty misunderstood. Their mismatched way of expressing feelings makes you wonder how they even got this far. But it doesn't stop there. More emotional chaos is coming up.
Having a woman around you all the time. Like me saying to you a lot, like, are you listening to me, Nicola? Like, did you just hear what I said? And often the response to that is, I didn't. I want to feel like Nicola is proud, happy I'm here, and cares that I'm here.
I do.
The self-pity here is almost impressive. Nicola basically starts comparing himself to a saint for putting up with Misha's complaints. He claims he's been absorbing all her criticisms like some kind of emotional sponge. And poor Misha is left wondering if he's even listening. His defensive attitude only makes things worse, leaving Misha frustrated and speechless. Just when you think it couldn't get more dramatic, the blame game isn't over yet.
You want hugs? You got hugs, Misha.
Nicola,
What do you need?
did
what,
you
what
hear
do you
what
want
I just
more?
said?
Misha thinks she is the victim. I don't think she cry for good reason. What I done to her that she cry? She think Nicola is always need to change.
This scene goes straight into name-calling territory, and it's a whole new level of cringe. One partner calls the other a gaslighter, saying they feel totally manipulated, which is obviously not a small accusation. She's still hurt from things he said, feeling like no matter what she says, he'll just twist it around. And it's a recipe for disaster. Accusations flying around left and right, this moment only adds more tension to the fire. And believe it or not, the next part somehow gets even more awkward.
I'm going to tell you my side of things. Can I just please have like an opportunity to like explain?
Okay.
I was trying to double check with you before I said anything that would have made you uncomfortable. But when we were on the phone, you didn't really let me speak, and you were just telling me you're such a gaslighter, you're such a manipulator. Are you a psychopath?
It's time for the let's talk about our relationship in public moment. And Oh boy, it's a rough one. The couple digs into whether or not they should be open about their intimacy, with one partner worried about what people might think about dating a transgender person. That hesitation cuts deep, making the other partner question if they're really all in on this relationship. The two struggle to balance personal fears and commitment, but things are still shaky. Now get ready for a full-on fight about who's truly committed and who's maybe a little bit of a coward.
I did not ever feel bad about being transparent about our intimacy.
I
because there's
kind of
something that you're
feel
missing.
like we're going round in circle. I think you probably missed the fact that I'm willing to give you the benefit of the doubt.
Are you though? I don't feel like that.
I'm sorry.
Long distance love drama alert. Jasmine is beyond done with all the waiting, and she's not shy about telling her partner that the visa process is dragging out their relationship. She wants him to take action, feeling like he's just leaving her behind with these endless delays. Distance has turned into a huge roadblock for them, but it's about to get even messier with a talk about money. You know it's getting serious when bills get brought up.
But then you leave and the same cycle repeats. Baby, why you don't stay?
Let me enjoy the massage. Why do we have to talk about this?
Because you are leaving and you're always abandon me.
I hate leaving Jasmine and, we want to be together. But in order to get our K-1 visa approval.
Here's where things go from uncomfortable to straight up wild. Money talk, baby. Jasmine flat out asks her partner to pay for her apartment while they wait for the visa, which he instantly says is spoiled of her. She claps back, pointing out all the times he spent on past relationships, especially the fancy trips, and she's not happy. This argument turns into a messy showdown over finances and who's really being fair. And that tension, it's about to get real physical next.
You know what? I've been so good to you, but I'm being spoiled just for asking for a decent place, even though when I met you, you had money for sugar babies, you were paying $300 for date,
No,
you
I
have
wasn't.
money for your ex, you took her to Disney, you took her to Legoland. For 1 week vacation, you pay more than I'm begging you.
Just when you think they've hit rock bottom, it gets loud. Really loud. Jasmine starts throwing stuff in frustration, yelling about how he never supports her like he did for other women. She's calling him trash and losing it, and they're yelling and throwing things until it's practically an all-out brawl. Their fight hits an intense breaking point, with emotional and financial issues blowing up in their faces. But honestly, after a fight this bad, who knows if there's any hope left for them.
Pay for all those bitches, and all I ask is for a month of friendship. Weirdo mother want you to die.
It's more than
Leave my I want you here. Get out of my house.
This whole thing kicks off with Jasmine going full-on boss mode, telling Gino to get out of her house, like right now. Jasmine's got zero patience left, blaming him for bringing out all her bad vibes, and even hinting that her exes were way better. It's like she's stacking up all his fails and reading them out loud as Gino just stands there. And, yep, this argument is just heating up.
So I would really appreciate if you just take your things and get out of my house.
Yeah, I'm not going to.
Because you're a idiot.
Really?
Like all my demons come out because of you.
You
You have
cannot
to
even
see the
communicate.
kind of relationship that I have with my ex.
Yell.
This is one of those moments as Jasmine goes on about her exes being hotter, richer, and, well, just better than Gino. She's bringing up every insecurity he's probably ever had and rubbing it in. Gino's standing there trying to keep it cool, but the insult avalanche isn't slowing down. Buckle up, this is only round 1.
Even I feel more attracted to my ex even than to you.
Yeah.
And he's better looking than you. And he has even more money than you.
Yeah,
and he's
right.
young and he doesn't have sex problems like you do.
Exactly. You couldn't. You're the worst sexual person in the world.
If you thought kitchen arguments were chill, think again, because these two are about to throw down over potatoes. Gino's trying to peel with zero cooking tools, while Jasmine's barking out orders like she's the head chef and he's the new guy. Every time Gino says he needs a peeler, Jasmine just rolls her eyes harder, like it's his fault the kitchen's empty. This Spud show isn't over yet, folks. Gino's finally starting to push back.
You know.
Oh, you're kidding.
So, you're gonna help me peel the potatoes.
I don't know where anything's at.
So what are you looking for?
I'm looking for a peeler for the.
I haven't seen a peeler, but we do have a knife. So that's why I'm telling you.
How are we gonna cook with? not having the right tool.
Gino decides he's done with taking orders and finally stands up for himself in the kitchen. Jasmine's nagging is getting to him, and he tells her she's not the boss of him when it comes to potatoes or anything else, really. It's a tiny kitchen battle with some major power moves going on. This cooking war's about to get spicier.
We just don't have the equipment that I would normally.
Yeah, baby, this is the 5th time you said it. But you're not performing a surgery. You're just peeling a potato.
It's not easy to peel a potato with a giant knife. Jasmine tries to order me around sometimes, and it just frustrates me. I am not a pushover, and I'm not gonna let Jasmine push me around.
And here comes the silent treatment. Jasmine's had it and is sleeping in another room, leaving Gino alone and way more stressed about the whole prenup talk. He's not feeling too great about all this and thinks the prenup might just be the final straw between them. Gino sits down to write some "I love you, please don't be mad" type proposal, hoping it'll calm things down. Too bad for Gino, this plan could go either way.
After our discussion about prenup yesterday, Jasmine hasn't spoken to me, so I really don't know where we're at. And also, Jasmine slept in another room last night. It doesn't feel good. On the one hand, I want the prenup, but I don't want our relationship to end because of this. So this morning, I actually woke up and I wrote down a proposal.
Jasmine's all fired up and spilling her whole sad backstory, linking Gino's prenup plan to her bad divorce memories. She tells him about leaving her marriage with basically just the shirt on her back, and she's seeing Gino's proposal as a repeat of that mess. Gino tries to say he's doing this for love or something, but Jasmine's not having any of it and makes it clear. No prenup, no wedding, end of story. Guess we'll see if Gino's still brave enough to bring it up again.
How are you doing?
I'm sad. I'm disappointed. I'm mad at you. We've been engaged for more than a year, and now you're showing me like you don't trust in me, that you need conditions, and you.
No, I do trust you.
And then show it with actions. Like, why are you asking for it?
Gino's got some big uh-oh vibes, realizing Jasmine's outbursts are basically his daily reality now. He's thinking back to why he even brought up the prenup and is wondering if Jasmine's fiery temper is a sign they won't work out. The fact that she's not letting up on him has him seriously questioning if he can deal with this forever. Spoiler, Jasmine's just getting started.
I mean, this is exactly why I proposed a prenup. She's always screaming and yelling and can't have a normal conversation. I can't talk to her, and that's a problem. Yes, I love her, but I've had fears about her temper.
Jasmine isn't done. She dives right back into tearing Gino apart, comparing him to her exes and telling him just how short he falls. She's on a roll, listing all the reasons her exes are basically life's MVPs compared to him, and he's looking totally defeated. It's Insult City, and poor Gino is the one-person audience. If you think it can't get worse, think again.
Really?
Like, all my come out because of you.
You
have
cannot
to
even
see
communicate.
the kind of relationship that I have with my exes.
Yell.
I get along even with my exes better than I do with you. They're to my ex even than, and he's better looking than you, and he has even more money than you.
Jasmine goes full-on detective mode and digs up an old email, finding a trip Gino took with his ex to Legoland and acting like it's proof of the ultimate betrayal. She's got receipts and she's showing them, calling him out for lying about that trip as if he'd been hiding some giant secret. Gino's all, "I don't remember, it was years ago," but Jasmine's not letting it go. He might have just made things even worse by forgetting.
What is this about Legoland?
No, I went there before, I think. This is from years ago, though. 2014.
Who was with you on that trip?
My ex.
You told me that the only time that you went with her was to Disney and Upper Michigan.
Jasmine's trust in Gino is on zero, and she's calling him out for lying over every single thing, leaving him looking like he's about to start sweating bullets. She's got him cornered, calling him out for remembering every tiny detail about her, while conveniently forgetting a big trip with his ex. He's saying it's just an honest mistake, but Jasmine's shaking her head, totally done with him. If Gino thought he was out of trouble, he's very wrong.
This was 6 years ago.
But you keep lying.
Remember every thing I do?
Gino, it's not the fact that you took her. You keep lying about simple. If you lie for this, you're gonna
That's
lie
not
for
a lie.
the
You think I remember everything I did 6 years ago?
This is the meltdown we all saw coming, as Gino's patience just snaps and he can't take any more of Jasmine's constant yelling. He's feeling like all this rage over a 6-year-old email is a bit over the top and doesn't know why she won't cut him some slack. He says he's not perfect, but doesn't think he deserves the worst boyfriend of all time treatment. If he's ready to walk, this might be the final scene.
That's it. She's screaming because I missed a trip from 6 years ago. That's a joke. I don't have anything more to say to her. I'm done.
All right, buckle up. Kalani jumps right in, and wow, things get messy fast as she spills on how wild Asuelu's family is. She shares how Asuelu's mom seems to care only about money, and how he's tried and totally failed to make them see things his way. Kalani's ready to meet with them alone to clear the air, but something tells us that's not gonna happen. Let's see if this goes anywhere but downhill.
I just always feel so bad for Asuelu to have a mom that, and he hasn't been able to make his family see any reason. So I'm waiting for Tammy and Asuelu's mom to come without him here. Asuelu and I talked about the plan for this meeting.
This is already awkward, but it gets way worse as Asuelu's mom kicks it up a notch, saying it's his duty to send her cash since he's Samoan. Kalani's like, we can't afford that, but his mom isn't having it, sparking a heated talk about what families should do. Things are about to get extra spicy as each side digs in their heels.
But Kalani, for my children, the money they send to me, that's their own duty. Kalani, you understand, your dad is from Samoa. You're supposed to help your family back home.
There is Samoa culture that I understand, but I feel like this is being taken to the extreme.
Talk about blaming. Tammy accuses Kalani of turning Asuelu against his family so he won't send money, like she's some evil mastermind. Kalani fires back, saying she and Asuelu decided things together, but Tammy's set on making her the bad guy. Tammy's clearly in blame game mode, and you just know this clash isn't even close to done yet.
You want to marry Asuelu, you want Asuelu to be your husband. And you just do it that way behind our back, like...
It took two of us. It wasn't just me. We both got pregnant.
I know, but you knew it. You knew what the situation would be at the end of it.
So, just when you think they can't push Kalani more, Asuelu's mom goes full soap opera and suggests they just split up if he's not sending money. Kalani's completely taken aback, realizing just how much his family expects from him and her. She's like, my kids come first, but you know Asuelu's family isn't giving up that easily. They're not done making this mess.
You guys need to get divorced or separate.
You want him to not just leave me, you want him to abandon his kids because he won't give you all of the money. Like, this is crazy.
I want to take my son back. Kalani to sit and look into doing nothing.
At this point, Kalani's about ready to scream from all the wild accusations. And honestly, can you blame her? She decides she's done bending over backward for Asuelu's family's endless demands. But then, Tammy decides to step things up by practically lunging at Kalani. Things just got way physical. And let's be real, this is about to get way worse before it gets better.
Are you crying, Kalani? Because of the way you brainwash and control Asuelu?
This whole circus, I'm done. I don't want to have anything to do with it.
We're not
I'm
gonna
done.
back off.
So I can't like...
Hey, come here, Kalani. No, please.
This part's just too much. Kalani retells how Tammy went full-on attack mode, saying she would have defended herself if she had to. But instead of sticking up for Kalani, Asuelu actually starts talking about who would win in a fight, making things even weirder. Now they're debating who's stronger, like that even matters, while Kalani's probably wondering if anyone here will actually listen to her. And yeah, this circus isn't over yet.
No one has a place to tell me how to run my family. It's just insane to me. These people are just nuts. I'm done. Like, I can't do this anymore.
Just when you think the family drama's peaked, Kalani's finally like, I'm out, I'm done. She's totally over dealing with their disrespect and can't take the chaos anymore. The scene wraps up with some serious tension hanging in the air, showing how far apart Kalani and Asuelu's family really are. This showdown isn't going to fade anytime soon.
I think your mama's here. Well, I'm back.
How was that?
I have a lot to talk to you about. Can you move your leg, baby, so I could put the suitcase over there?
Why you say that?
This was only the beginning, and trust me, things are about to get wild. Jimena starts her day by offering Mike some coffee, kicking things off with a good morning vibe. They're chatting, being polite, but you can totally tell Jimena's got something big on her mind. Whatever she's thinking, it's way more than just coffee talk, and the real deal is coming soon.
Amor, voy a ir por un café, ¿sí? ¿Quieres un café?
Love, I'll go for a coffee if you want a coffee.
I'll meet up with you in a minute, okay?
Me reuniré contigo en un minuto.
Bueno, anoche le conté a Mike cosas sobre mi pasado.
So, here's where it starts to get interesting. Jimena's thinking about her past and how everyone's got a few rough edges, including Mike. She's dropping some hints to Mike, talking about how they both have stuff to work on, but she doesn't go all in just yet. She's saving the juicy stuff for later, and what she tells her sister next is where it really heats up.
Pues yo no veo la razón porque pues es pasado. Y Mike tiene sus cosas malas también, o sea, no es una piedrita en dulce. Gracias. Hola.
Hola, Nana, buenos días. ¿Cómo le...
Bien, ¿y usted cómo está?
All right, now Jimena is spilling the tea to her sister, and it's getting real. She tells Wendy all about her struggles with Mike, who she says acts more like a kid than a boyfriend. Wendy is totally listening and nodding along, but Jimena's about to drop some specific complaints that take things to a whole new level of yikes.
¿Consejos?
¿Cómo le está pasando por allá con Mike?
Pues ya se siente muy diferente por lo que ya no están los niños, ¿cierto? Entonces hay momentos ricos y momentos que la verdad no.
¿Qué pasó? Pues cuénteme.
Mike que te bota la ropa por todos lados.
Get ready, because this is where Jimena starts listing Mike's worst habits, and it's a lot. She tells Wendy how Mike leaves clothes everywhere and thinks it's okay to just pass gas in front of her like it's no big deal. It's gross, it's awkward, and you can tell she's totally fed up, but the main event hasn't even happened yet.
No, entonces eso como que, ay, no, ay. No.
It's getting intense, and Jimena's just warming up. She explains to Wendy how she feels weird bringing up these issues with Mike because, well, it's awkward. She wants to be honest with him, though, because she's looking for a grown-up partner, not someone who she's always picking up after. You can tell she's done playing nice. She's ready to let Mike know exactly what's up.
No, antes no le quise decir a Mike que eso me incomodaba, porque pues me da cosa. Pero quiero ser honesta porque quiero tener una pareja que esté como a mi nivel.
All right, this is the big moment. Jimena's about to lay it all on Mike. She decides it's time to call him out on all the annoying stuff he does. She knows it could totally wreck the mood, but she can't keep her frustrations bottled up anymore. It's gonna be one heck of a talk, and poor Mike has no clue what's coming.
En estos últimos días he visto cosas de Mike que no esperaba. Entonces decidí decirle a Mike cómo me siento yo con todas esas cosas negativas que él tiene.
Jimena finally goes for it, and let's just say, it's brutal, but also kind of funny. She calls Mike out on his messy, careless habits, and says it's seriously disappointing. Mike's just sitting there, probably sweating and realizing this is not just a casual talk. Things are getting serious, but Jimena is just getting started.
I have things I want to talk to you about that I do not like about you.
Okay, we can talk about anything.
Bien, podemos hablar de cualquier cosa.
Por ejemplo, tu desaseo, o sea, no se puede quitar la ropa a medias y dejarlas por todo lado.
Now Jimena takes things up a notch and tells Mike he needs to start acting his age. She says his habits are way too childish, especially for a grown man, and that she's not looking to live like his mom. This is the moment where she really lays it out. It's either Mike grows up or their relationship is in serious trouble. Mike looks like he's finally catching on, but his response will surprise you.
El hecho es que tú ya eres un señor de edad, ni de 10 años. Tú ya estás muy grande para hacer estas cosas. No voy a vivir como si fuera tu mamá. De verdad que no.
Okay, eso es justo.
I know I have a lot.
Mike actually listens and decides he's gonna try to fix things. Cue the surprised faces. He says he'll work on those messy habits, and the rest if it means he can keep their relationship on track. Jimena looks like she's trying to believe him, and maybe there's hope after all. But just when it seems like it might all be okay, she hits him with one last bomb.
Work on, even if I make my best effort to change the habits that she doesn't like, it's still concerning that she's willing to throw away the relationship because of something like that. it makes me wonder if there's something deeper going on that I don't know about yet.
Amina wraps things up by giving him one final no-nonsense ultimatum, and she's not playing around. She makes it clear, if Mike doesn't change, there's no way they're staying together. Amina's face says it all. She's hoping for the best, but ready for the worst. Mike's got some work to do, and if he doesn't shape up, things aren't looking too great for these two.
I don't know what else to say.
No sé qué más decir.